So, can you show me that image again?
Yes, Vajra.
Uh, Hello, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, as Mohammed explained the question, I could not understand what is the role of that enter and how is it supposed to get, like, what is the point of entering the page and getting another page? So, how would you do that? There's only one uh, data table here. I could not understand that part of the question.
I'll tell you. So, enter is like a next page in Page Nation. Let's see. If we open Amazon, if you search for something called watch, so at the end you will have some Page Nation. Can you consider this next as a enter where it brings up new values?
Yes.
Are you seeing the screen
Yes, sir.
or not? Am I not sharing the screen?
So there's the data table thing.
Now can you see it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now see, I entered watch. I got all the information. So after getting all the information, what the interviewer said is, after completion of seventh items or seventh last page, here we have 1 to 7 numbers. Okay, but in SAP we don't have such scenario.
Okay.
Okay, now what they are telling is in page 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we will have 1, 3, and 5. Okay, data D1, D2. Let's see. Okay. Okay. If you see here, are we having the same rows repeated, like 1, 3, and 5 repeated?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So
Yes, sir.
this is page 1. Okay. Now in the same way, he also want to consider as a second page. Okay. And this becomes page 2. Mohammed, did he say that we need to remove duplicates?
Yes, yes, Vajra. He told, yes.
Okay. So see, there are duplicates in the page. That's understood. But are there duplicate tables? Like second page cannot have the same data, right? It can have something different.
Yes.
Some information might be same. Okay, but instead of 135 repeating, we have 9 repeating here.
Okay, sir.
Okay, now when you take this table, let's understand that you pressed enter. Okay, so when you press enter, it will go to the second table. Unless let's assume that there are only 2 pages. Okay,
Okay.
so when you press enter, it goes to the second page, and when you press enter in the second page, it goes to the first page. Okay, first time I read the data table, and let's say that this particular data table I changed it or I added to DT data scraping DT. Okay, now I will remove all the duplicates from this one and store in a separate unique table. Or he clearly mentioned that first table will be repeated, so as the second table. For example, let's assume that there is also a third table. Okay, so now let's consider that this is the third table. Okay, now how many tables do we have altogether?
It is.
3 tables. Now if I press enter on the
Yes,
first
sir.
table, where it will go?
Second one.
If I press enter in second, then where it will go?
Third.
Third page.
If I press enter in the third page, where it will go?
First.
First page. It
Then
is a
again,
loop actually. Second, third.
so we are getting just a loop of values. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, what we can ideally check or understand the scenario is, see, you need to understand or create a logic such that you can identify that this is from first page and this is from second page. Simple. Okay. See, the data in the first page will always be there in the same way, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what if I read all the information and I kept in DT scrape data, or I can also keep it in DT first table. So I'll keep it in 2 tables. Whatever information I read. So this is DT scraped. So what information first I'll keep? I'll keep all this information. I will also maintain a different table called DT first page, because whenever I'm reading it for the first time, am I going to get the first page or not?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now when I press enter, do I need to read the second page as well or not required? Or do I need to maintain this second page, DT second page, or not required?
Yes, sir. Because you would have to compare the values which are repeating.
So instead of that, why can't I keep, this is the scrape data, right? There should be a different table. So this DT scrape table can be a temp table. Okay. And
Okay.
this DT table can be a final scrape table. First we read it. So in the first run, we are not checking with the first page, or even if we check it, it will be empty for the first run. So we took all the values. This is dt temp, and we moved the table to dt final scraped data table. Okay. Now, how many variables do we have?
Uh,
Three.
Yes, one for a temp value that will read on every page. Second, a first page that will be static. It will not read every time. The third one, final scraped data table. If we don't find that this
okay.
table and this table are same, then we will move it to final table.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Now first table is completed, so let's clear the first table. I mean, here the temp table is not required now. Is it right or not? Because that's already moved to final scrape table.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now I will read the second table. Okay. Now I'll paste it again. Now can I match with this table to this table?
The first table. Okay.
Can I match it or not? See,
Yes, sir.
there are multiple ways to match it. First thing, we can see if the temp is equal to the dt temp count, dt temp rows count should be equal to dt first page. So if we have different data from this page to this page, or the count is different, then obviously this is a new table.
Sir, what would happen if, like, in that we saw it? Okay, the first row and the first last row had the same dealership or the same data. In that
Exactly.
case, the final table will also have the same thing. It would not be um, like
No, no. See, we
um,
are not checking only the first row and the last row. We need to see
okay.
all the rows in the table. But before seeing all the rows in the table, why should before we see all the rows, can we just see the count of rows in the table?
Yes, sir.
Now this
Okay,
how
that
many
is
rows
under.
this will have?
mm, This is having
8 rows.
8 rows.
So this is having 8 rows. Now how many rows this is having?
8 rows, sir.
8 rows.
Okay. Now, okay, these two are same. What if we have, see, one we cannot have one row extra, but we can obviously have one row less, but that will be for the last table
Yeah,
because last
it
table
might be
can
less or
have
it might be
lesser
same.
rows because there cannot be any data and it can show only few results.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Now, Ajay, it might be less or it might be same, right?
exactly.
Even the
It will
last
not be
page
more.
also.
Yes.
It will
No.
not be more. If there are 10 items in a page, then always it will be 10. It can be less.
Yeah.
Okay. Now we read the data. We checked each and every see. If we check the first row, is it same? We
First
understood
row
that
and the
rows are same. We understood that rows are same. Now we
yeah.
will check whether the first row is same or not.
Okay.
So if we check with first row is same or not, can we identify if both are different? Is it a different table altogether?
Right.
So can I move directly to final described data table, this particular item?
Okay.
Uh, Sir,
Mm,
like my understanding was
mm.
if the dealership name would be same, if that some other column, some data would be same. That is what we are considering as same, and we are not supposed to repeat that in our final table. So
See,
in
when we are
this
telling
case,
about data tables, if you consider only dealership, dealership can be repeated, as he said,
hmm
but he cannot
my
have the
point was we
same.
do not have to. My point was we need to check each and every cell of that data table, or is only doing this would be enough.
You need to check each and every item in the row.
Correct, sir.
Okay.
Okay.
In this particular row, see if this is same as this one, then the data itself is wrong.
Okay.
Okay. If you're having duplication with respect to leadership, that's fine.
Okay.
Now if
Okay. Okay.
okay. Now the last one. This one we read. So how many rows does it have now?
So, 6 rows.
Can we have one more logic stating that if first page rows count, if it is greater than current table count. So if it is less than current table row count, can we consider this as the last page?
Yes, sir. If same or less than,
If it is same, you cannot consider.
consider we if it has to be less.
If it is
Less.
exactly.
So in case,
So if it is less, then we can consider that this is the last page. Okay, but see here. Now we will match with the first row temp and the first page count temp rows count and this count. Since first page is this one, and we can keep a boolean value. Boolean value like stop should be set to true or false. So how can we set this stop to true or false is what the conditions that we normally create.
Good.
Sorry.
No, nothing.
Okay. So if boolean value stop is set to true because the table rows is less than the first page rows, so will it go to the next enter again?
no. So if it is less than, it would have already considered that it is the last page.
That it is the last page. Let's assume that this page also has the same information or this page also have same data. I mean this 10 we also have in this particular page, and we have the same 10 rows. I mean 8 rows. Okay. Now what do we need to see? Now again we should go with these activities. So these two are same. So boolean stop, will it be true or false?
False.
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 Yes,
So
sir.
there
False.
is one more condition that we need to check, whether the first row matches with the first row of this one. Let's assume that this is completed.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, we are matched and this doesn't work. Now again when they press enter, where it will go back?
First page.
Uh, First page, sir.
To the first
Exactly.
page.
Okay. Okay.
Now
So checking that, we'll be making sure it's not the first page.
exactly.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Now you have all the information. Let's check with each and every page and understand that, okay, each and every item, and understand that this particular two items are identical. So now boolean should stop should be
True. Again, true.
true, and will we add this table to final script table or not? This information, should we add this to the final table or not? Just say that.
No, no need.
No need, right? So all we
Yeah,
require is a unique values. Now
right.
see here, all we have here is a list of items that are from the first page to the last page. So what is the table name here?
Data table final.
Final DT. Excuse me. Okay. Now, what if there is an activity called remove duplicates in our UiPath. Do you know that?
Right. Yes, yes.
What if you just send data, remove duplicates? Okay. How many information do we have left?
8,
So
8
not
values.
There are 5 unique values, I suppose.
no, each and every row is unique.
Yeah.
8. Okay, okay, got it. Okay, okay.
One,
So there
two,
will be
three, four, five.
10.
Yes. Okay. So what if I see there we have this row and this row are same. What if I enter 1 2 1 2 1? So 10th one is having two items now. One with a different row items and the other one with a different row item. Now when you remove duplicates again, you will have two items for 10.
Right.
Why? Because the row itself is different, right?
Yeah.
Okay. How much time did the interview happen?
Yeah, it's only 30 minutes, Vajra.
Yeah. See, you need to build the logic. I think you can also build the code for this, but it will obviously take time.
Yes.
Okay.
Vajrang, I
Yeah.
have one more use case from my friend who gave interview. Okay, shall I share my that URL I have?
Yeah. Sure.
But I can't able to see charts here, Vajrang, whether I have joined as a guest.
Okay, guys. I'm saving this and I'm sending it to you. Save. Okay, I'll commit that into the code. So what are you telling?
Vajrang, one more use case from my friend. I just I just shared in WhatsApp, Vajrang. I can't able to see here in charts.
Okay, let me just stop the screen share then. Okay. So here is the use case, and the use case came from compass.com/homes for sale. Santa Clara CA. Okay. So what is this?
So in this UI automation, bot has to extract.
Excuse me. So might be we can just type it over here. Okay.
Yes. So
Mm-hmm.
Vajrang, if you scroll it, it's only one, right? Or how many results it's showing? Yeah, yeah, drop down. Yeah. In right side, Vajrang, in right side, you able to see, right? A lot
Mm-hmm.
of. So here, bot has to fetch price and address.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So that is the use case he told me, Vajrang, my friend who attended interview.
What's issue with this one?
It's zero data snap, right?
But we can use screen scraping, Vajrang. We need to
You can
use
use data
computer vision
scraping. Why do you need to go with screen scraping?
screen.
Data scraping.
Data snap will go.
No need of computer vision activities, Vajrang.
Why do you need computer vision activities? Do we have images in this? Is this an image?
Yeah.
No, right?
Okay.
This is just a text.
So these texts are overlapping, right? So how can we use it without any?
Okay, my machine is running unattended mode. Just a second. Where is this? Okay, let's pull up here. So this is the listing card. Okay, image, compass. We directly have all the information here in the table. You can do it with data scraping. There shouldn't be an issue. So I'm just using table extraction,
Mhm.
add. I think I know the issue why he asked you to create this. These particular items, all these particular items are like hidden at the background.
Yes, Vajra. Selector also selecting whole.
Okay, so when I'm trying to select, I'm able to select this compass coming soon, but not this one.
Yes.
Okay, Okay, finish selection. Let's try to add. Okay, I think you need to go back and try with RP challenge. Okay, did you try with find children?
No, Bajrang. Today only morning only he shared me that.
Okay, then you work on it and then come back, or else we'll be wasting our time. The idea is
Okay.
you can go with find children activity.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, in this find children activity, indicate on screen. Okay, and in this, let's go with properties. UI Explorer, indicate. So find a pattern properly. So I think that every image is available in this DT data table, div table. Santa Clara,
Mm-hmm.
highlight. This is the second one.
Okay.
Okay, so this one. This is the third one, fourth one. So all I can do is I can find the children first. I will get all these values. Then each div has only one item. Now you can just say that everything will have. So this is the image, and in this image you're having an image tag in that div, and this is the second div. You have all the information, and in this information you will have further text as well as this one. So every div has a this h2 value to get the items, and a strong value to get all the values.
Mm-hmm.
Strong tag. The next one will also have a strong tag. Okay. So identify the structure, then it will be easy for you.
Okay. Bajrang, this find children, the value, I mean, the variable type should be UI element, right? So can we convert UI element to data table type, Bajrang?
You need to build a data table. Get text, build a data table, add data
Mm-hmm.
rows.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, Bajrang. Yeah. Thank you, Bajrang.
Yeah. Okay.
Bajrang, how many
Yeah.
minutes we have walkthrough of the resume?
Let's quickly share because this is the only day I can help you in this meeting. Maybe
Yes, yes, yes.
later we'll do it in other sessions. Okay. Others also will get to know this. Share your screen.
Yes, Bajrang.
Guys, take this as a use case. Maybe we can do this as a use case for the second one. Current team members. This is a good use case, I would say. It's having complexity as well as the information as well.
Okay.
If possible, try to fetch all the information. Then we will convert this as a project.
Bajrang, I'm sharing my screen, right? You able to see?
Yes, I can. Tell me. Okay. Tell me. Oh, remove all the extra spaces, right? Extra lines.
Yeah, yeah, Bajrang, I'll do, but
Hmm.
I just converted from PDF to a Word. That's why it's removed some unnecessary spaces.
Okay, scroll to the top.
Mhm.
Name you have written professional summary, 2.5 years of experience, certified. First write basic, first write advanced, then basic.
Mhm.
Or
Yeah,
else
yeah.
leave basic. Don't keep basic at all.
Okay.
Advanced RPA developer certification from UiPath Academy.
Mhm.
Competent in problem solving skills. Having good expertise knowledge with UiPath, RPA, C Sharp, HTML, and SQL Server. Okay. And design code test automation workflows using UiPath. Okay, scroll down. Okay, fine. Have you used WinSCP?
Yes, Vajra.
That should be fine then. Scroll down. Explain me about this project one.
First one, Vajra, and second project.
First one.
So it's like a logs report. So we are extracting the logs report for one of the application that is Agent 365 application. So in that application, business users will log in on day-to-day basis. Business wants to know the status of the application and I mean how many number of users are using that application. That is the main objective of the project. So in this project, we'll log into I mean, we'll log into the server through your WinSAP application. So we'll log into Tomcat servers. There we have there we have all the logs reports on a day-to-day basis. So we'll extract all the whole 30 days or 30 days logs report, and we'll copy those data and we'll place into Excel file, and by using some Excel manipulations, we'll segregate the data and we'll prepare the master report based on success. There are four types of columns. I mean, there are four types of statuses we are fetching. That is successful, fail, password change, something. So I mean, there are 3 to 4 reports where I mean basic reports we are generating. So we need to merge all those whole month files. I mean logs data to master report. So while extracting the data from each file, so there should be no duplicate values. So and at final, business wants to know the count of the each status. I mean, how many users are able to log in successfully, how many are facing issues, and how many has recently changed the password. So those things we are preparing at final. And then finally we'll send this log report to business teams, that DL and all.
Okay, so what are the activities you have used in this?
So in this project, we have used Excel activities, and as we have logged into WinSAP server, we have used the web activities as well and Excel activities. So we copied the data from text files to Excel file. So we used workbook activities instead of Excel activities in order to speed up the execution of the process. So we read the text files and we'll copy to Excel, and from there we used some Excel activities like copy to uh, yeah, copy to text column activities, and from through that activity we segregated the data, and then we used some while copying the data from text file to Excel, we are getting some empty data points. So we while copying the data to Excel, we removed the empty data points. And then we used Excel. I mean, then we used workbook. Sorry, then we used mail activities in order to send the report to the business.
Okay, so what is the difference between different mail or activities that we have? How many have you worked with?
There are different default. There are different email activities. Get I mean Microsoft Exchange, um, SMTP. Yes, Vajra.
Okay, you got caught, Mohammed.
Sorry.
So get activities clear.
Mhm.
Like what are different protocols, SMTP, PROP, POP, Exchange, Outlook. What is the difference? You need to get the information.
Okay.
Okay. So from this point of time, your interview becomes tough.
Yes, Vajra.
Okay. Then they will go into activities now, since you are not able to clearly tell about activities.
Okay. Mhm.
Okay. If you fixed
So
on
in
saying
Bajrang,
something,
yeah, Bajrang in if they, I mean, even if they ask, if they don't ask, so first we'll explain the project. So without telling what activities we are using, correct?
correct.
So if they ask particularly what are the activities you have used, do we need to tell each and every right activity, or how come we can tell it
So
that main
whatever you
one?
have said is correct. See, interview will always happen by the answer that you give in the previous question.
Correct.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Since you answered that we create emails to send reports, I asked about email activities.
Okay.
Okay. If you are planning to say, do you have used email activities, learn about it properly. No?
Okay. Mm-hmm. Vajrang, in yesterday they asked. I told that we have used Outlook. Okay, I mean Outlook mail. She told that why can't uh, Microsoft Exchange? I mean, like Gmail.
See, our whenever they are say that we can use Microsoft Exchange, you can
Mm-hmm.
obviously say that yes, we can go ahead and use with Microsoft Exchange.
Mm-hmm.
But for this for this particular use case, there is no need to
Mm-hmm.
read the emails. There is no need to move the emails. Okay.
Okay.
All we need is we need to send an email that can be done with SMTP, and we have the information that's provided by user or business.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, Vajrang, one more question she asked that I told that so in bot development of phase, so being a UiPath developer, we play major role. So once we done, I mean, I told that there are two team members in my team. Okay,
Hmm.
so as it is complex process, so we segregated the process to the task. Okay,
Hmm.
so I told that. So once I have done, I mean, once I have designed the workflow, I will check my end by following some code checklist points like whether this design workflow can be more simplified. So try to avoid a hard coding of values, implement exception handling mechanism, and adding annotations to the control flow statements if required in order to understand the other developers as well. So I
Okay.
told these things. Okay.
Mm.
So then after I told that after checking all these things again we have a peer review.
Okay.
So I will check my peer code and he will check my code. Okay.
Okay.
I told that she asked me that I told that where she asked me where you can check. I told that so once he done with his coding and all, we will push into origin, right? I mean, he will push that code into origin.
Hmm.
So it went for he will create a pull request. I told that before manager accept that pull request, so he will double. I will ask us to double check with yourself. Then will once he writes pull request, that particular pull request have some number, right? So through that we'll go through that design workflow. We'll have a look on that and we'll check is there any required implementations are required and we'll check on that. I told like that, Vajrang.
Whatever you have said is correct.
So once we confirm with manager, so everything is fine, then he will approve that pull request.
Yeah, that's correct.
I told like that. She's, I think she might have accepted or not. I'm not sure. And one more thing, Vajrang, why can't you? Why are you using GitHub? She asked. Okay, why can't SVN and TFS?
Say that GitHub is configured within our organization.
GitHub is configured with project.
Yeah, with our organization, we are having licenses for GitHub.
Okay.
Enterprise
Yeah, I
license we
told
are using for GitHub, so that's the reason our leadership decided to go with GitHub.
I gave different answer, Vajrang. I told that as per business, business wants to wants to. I mean, I told that business wants to do with I mean GitHub and all. Then she pulled my leg that how business wants this. I mean, how business will tell to use this one. She
Yeah.
told. She simply pulled my leg.
Mm. Okay.
Yes, Vajrang.
Okay. Thank you. So let's go. Anju, can you please share your screen? Because we need to have the commits done in your machine.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Vajrang, meanwhile, so
Mm.
interviewer asked, how will you configure your robot to orchestrator? Okay.
Okay. Mohammed,
I
wait.
told,
We need to complete today's task as well. Wait for a second.
okay, sure.
Okay. So Anju, you need to have this commit done, and you need to push it to main. So this is all, everything is in Vajrang folder, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
correct.
So just uh, okay. Segregation we did within your machine. Okay. Um, in summary, can you just write dispatcher and performer images created? So now you are making the changes in your repo. Just understand that.
Okay.
Commit to main, push to origin, go to repository and create a pull request. So what do you mean by pull request?
Um,
You are
so it will
asking
be it.
you are asking me to accept the changes, whatever you made.
Yeah. Yeah.
Click on the repository on the top, create pull request, pull. Okay. This is not available here. This is fine. You need to go click on view on GitHub at the bottom, right? Yeah.
Yeah, this one.
View in GitHub. View on GitHub.
Be on GitHub. Okay.
Okay. So go to your fork. Okay. So can you see Anju dispatcher and performer images created is updated?
Mm.
Okay. Now that changes are not available in my repos because others cannot see the changes.
Okay.
Okay. Go and create a pull request. No, no, not there.
Out there.
Go back.
Pull request here, right? This
Yeah.
one. Okay.
New pull request. Yeah. Create a pull request on the top. Mention that created and updated code to create separate images. Created images or flows. You need to clearly mention what changes you made
Okay. Created images for dispatcher.
and performer separately. Yesterday you didn't join, right, Anju?
Yes. My daughter is suffering from COVID, so
Okay. Is she okay now?
it's okay. 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 But yesterday was a little tough day for her.
Yeah. Take care. Okay. Create a pull request now. Okay, nice. Scroll down. Now you can see that there are no branches or no issues with merge branch. So I'm going ahead. Can you see the item will be changed from open to merged? It's done. Okay. Now all the changes that you made, you can see it in my repo directly, and others can make a fetch upstream. Okay. So yesterday, I think Ajay, we worked on your machine, right? Ajay, are you there? Okay, Ajay is not available. Anju and others, why don't you go speak with Ajay? You can contact him over WhatsApp in the directly in the group, or you can also message in the Teams directly. And why don't you get the code updated from him as well and try to create a pull request?
Okay.
Can you do that, please?
Yeah. Yeah. Now or
Just drop a message whenever you have time. Maybe in the evening you'll connect back in the evening, right? Then you can do it.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, sure, sure.
Okay, fine.
Okay.
So since okay, let's continue with Mohammed's discussion. We'll continue for 5-10 minutes and then we'll close. 5 minutes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, Vajran.
Yeah, 10.
So interviewer asked that, so how will you connect your robot with orchestrator? I told that, so I mean through UiPath, we'll get a orchestrator URL. We'll place that orchestrator URL in UiPath assistant through that floating machine. So as it is, I mean, in organization there might be floating machines only, right? Not like standard machine.
No, no. In organizations, everything will be standard machine, not floating.
Not floating. Okay. I told that through floating machine key machine key will connect to robot from a path robot to orchestrator.
Okay. There can be floating machines, but all the organizations are still following with the standard machine. The main reason is unattended automations can be implemented only with standard machines.
Okay. And Vajrang, one more thing. So for I told that as we have a separate RPA operations team, so RPA operations team will take care of scheduling the jobs and monitoring the jobs, right?
No, that will not work like that. There will not be separate RP operations team.
Hmm.
Maybe in your team there will be separate maintenance team or separate support team.
Okay. A support team and operations team. I mean, who are
I
providing
haven't
support?
heard of operations team. Might be.
Okay. No, no. I just heard from one of the
Yeah. See,
community
the
members.
names can be different, right? Someone may call it
Yes,
operations
yes.
team. Someone may call it
Correct,
support
correct.
team.
Okay. Yes, Vajrang. Vajrang, one more thing. So every project should be completed within 3 months, Vajrang. She just asked me question that. So uh, what is the duration of each project? I told that probably 3 months. Within 3 months, it will get finished off. Then she told that even if it is complex process, also it would be 3 months. Then she pulled my leg. I told that it might be increased. I mean, duration.
Can you repeat it?
She just asked me that what would I mean have you how many processes have you automated so far? She told. I told more than seven. Okay. So among those all, so which one any one of the process which took more duration? Can you tell me why it has took the more duration? She asked.
Hmm.
As it is have involved complexity, it took that much of duration. I told. Okay. She asking me that what is the default duration for each automation project? I told 3 months. Okay. I heard from you. I mean, I just heard from you that if it is any automation process, if it is taking more than 3 months, then it not a automation project. You told, right?
Correct.
Yeah, that's why I told that 3 months. Then she asked me that, what if, do you mean that there is no project more than 3 months? She asked.
Hmm.
I told that might be, but what to say? Most of the projects should be completed within 3 months.
Okay. So rather than answering something like that, we initially discussed about process mining, right? Process mining and process understanding.
Okay.
So you can say something like this. See, we have process, we have very big process, but we divided those into modules because we cannot see the main use of RPA is to quickly deliver the solution. We cannot have it like a waterfall model, like we cannot have 6 months only for development and we cannot go for a production after that. The solution should be made quick and it should be deployed faster. And for the same reason, we will target all the process, or if it is very big process, we will inform to business that if we can divide the process into 2 or 3 submodules, we will divide it and we will create separate time targets for them.
Okay.
By this way, what we can do is the we will follow agile methodology when we will do continuous improvements. Along with that, the bots will be running on along with the development.
Okay.
Okay. So why did we
Nice.
say that there should not be more than 3 months? Is see, 1 week is enough for requirement gathering and documentation. So if you are saying that if it is 3 months, it's close to 3 for the 12 weeks program.
Yes, correct.
So how can you justify that you have done too much development?
Yes, we have to just, yes, correct. We have to justify.
You cannot justify that, okay, I have done 6 weeks to 8 weeks of development. Then she will ask you why it's too hard to get things done within a week or two because you said clearly that it should be deployed fast, right? Then what's the issue?
Okay. Then what? How can we say that, Vajra?
See,
We can say that.
just say that as a developer, we will be given out timelines and we will see if that can be done within a month or not as per the timeline.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, but I will give a suggestion in case if required, stating that if it takes more time than required, I will just say that okay, this takes 2 weeks time or 3 weeks time. And if they're saying, are there no projects with more than 3 months? Yes, there are projects, but we divided them into sub-modules or sub-projects. Then she will come back and ask you again, can you explain one project in that?
Yes.
Okay. So be ready with whatever you say. If you are having an answer, then expect the questions as well and prepare answers for them.
Yes. Okay.
Okay?
Yes, Vajra. Thank you so much, Vajra, for joining me for today's session and clarifying my
Yep.
doubts on the.
Sure, not a problem. All the best, Mohammed. Wishing to see you soon with an offer letter.
Yeah. Thank you, Vajra. I'll keep the best.
Okay. Guys, can we close it for the day? I hope you have a different interaction for today.
Yes, it was a good interaction. Thank you so much.
Thanks, everyone. Bye bye.